If you click on this video, either one, you're really curious on what's the 10 exercises and want to get the dopamine hits from me just splitting this video into smaller sections, or two, the gym is just very complicated for you. Maybe you just sign up for a gym, maybe it's a very big commercial gym, and you don't know what to do. There's like hundreds of machines that you don't know where to start. One with this function that trains tricep, bicep, shoulders, chest, all that stuff, and another chest machine, and another different chest machine. Oh, there's a new machine. Oh wow, this one trains legs. I'm not gonna do legs. Just kidding, just do some legs. But maybe if you're in like a very big commercial gym, it's packed with people. You're like socially anxious. You don't know what to do. You don't want to make a fun face about yourself. You don't want to make fun of yourself. But like there's a bunch of machines. You don't know how each machine even works in the first place. So now, yeah, you don't know where to even start. So maybe you're saying like, oh wow, I could get a proper workout in for every single muscle group with just 10 exercises from this very intellectual teenager. Okay, you just see me like that. Then, oh wow, the working out part could not be so complicated after all. Well, yes, it could not be that complicated. With only 10 exercises, my life could be filled with gains in every single muscle group that will mostly maximize the aesthetic muscle groups with just the neck, upper traps, upper chest, lateral delts, tricep, bicep, forearms, abs, and lats. Those are the 9 main aesthetic muscle groups, and with only 10 exercises, I could hit all of those with every single other muscle group as well. So let's get into the video. Firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Alfred. I went through the Gamer Nerd to Superman transformation in over 1,000 workouts before I reach 18, and those workouts are still stacking up. I'm here to share my small amount of wisdom on my journey to build my knowledge even further. So if you're interested in this type of educational content, I post once every 2 days. You can subscribe down below. So let's get into the video. What are the 10 exercises that I would personally use myself to maximize the process of building an aesthetic physique? Well, here's the 10 exercises. I'm not going to go into like yapathon there and then. Number 1 is, for me, of course, the incline dumbbell press. This exercise will hit the chest, front delts, the front part of the shoulders. Shoulders actually was split into 3 parts, which is front delt, side delts, and rear delts. So it will hit the front delts, upper chest, a bit of mid pecs as well, if you're like not doing so high of an incline, which I personally do, and some tricep alongside that with the push movement. But personally, I picked this exercise rather than any other pressing movement in the first place. Is that number 1? This exercise fits me because it gives me a very deep stretch, which I can go down and make my range of motion really high, so it can feel that stretch in the freaking chest of mine. And when I'm like finished, I push to failure, it would be so pumped. Why would I maximize the stretch like that? Because to maximize hypertrophy, which is the process of micro tearing the muscle, and then go back home, relax, eat food, healthy food, and then it should reconnect the micro tears, builds up the parts that is a bit teared into new fibers, like new cells that will make the muscle bigger. With consistency, it will add up and add up and add up until the point that it becomes a big ass bicep with this. So with the stretch, it will maximize the part where it will micro tear the muscle. So I just need to go home, to have good diets, to have good recovery, stuff like that. Alongside that, I just feel the best when I train that exercise. It just feels the best. When I do like barbell bench, it doesn't really hit my chest that much. It still hits it, but it's not as amazing as the incline dumbbell press. So I choose this exercise. So we got chest, front delts, and tricep down already, right? Number 2, it's lat pull downs. For the lats, of course, we need to train that wings, because all I have said in the part of where I say that the most important part when it comes to building an aesthetic physique is to build that V-taper of yours, which clicks the neuron activation of the female gaze, right? Female neuron activation. You see all that memes online on neuron activation when there's like some chicks that edit it in the video, something like that. This V-taper shape will activate the neuron activation, activate the neurons of the woman, so like they're lustful. Oh wow, like you don't see a girl's face first, right? Maybe she'll see her back, the backside. If she has an hourglass shape, you will be instantly, primarily attracted to it. Until like maybe she turns around and it's actually not a she, and yeah, at that point, yeah, whatever. But like when like people don't see your face yet, and they see that V taper, that jacked, super ripped, shredded look of yours with a V, very big, broad back, then oh boy, it's like that hourglass shape. So we need to train the lats, because the lats is that part that turns from a T to a V, that is like the wings that connects it. The actual wings right there is one of the most important factors when it comes to building the V taper. So I would usually pick lat pull downs with like the cable machine, or like there's like free weight loaded lat pull downs. I really like that machine also, because and personally in my gym, like the handles is a bit tilted to like the perfect angle of mine, so I can like fully stretch my lats. So the lats doesn't just go up and down like that when it stretch. It actually goes a bit back. It's like hugging the sky. It's like hugging the sky. You just hug the sky for a little bit. That's how the lats stretch. You don't like just raise your hands up on the sky. You hug the sky at like an angle which is around 70 to 60 degrees ish, a bit around that. That is when like you stretch your lat the most. So I would usually just sit like at a 90-degree angle when I'm holding the bar like this. So when I'm like fully stretched out, I'm like 90 degrees away, maybe a bit back on, so like that gets fully stretched more, and then I just pull down. That it feels amazing. And when I push to failure, oh boy, it is super freaking pumped. So that's why I pick lat pull downs. There are still some other lats exercise like pull ups and stuff like that, but the lat pull down just feels the best for me, so I pick it. So we've got chest, lats. Number 3, this time is for the back as well, but it's for the thickness of the back, which is chest supported row. Chest supported row, oh my god, this one is amazing. Like, of course, still for me, it's emphasize these few things. Number 1, stability. This time, this is on the machine, so I don't have to brace my core too much, and it doesn't really hurt my lower back or something like that. And number 2, I get a very deep stretch. If I just go with one arm at a time and just lean a bit back there, my traps get super stretched. And when I pull it down, it's like more range of motion, control the weight better, and a better pump. So an exercise for back thickness to build that mid traps and also a bit upper traps as well, it's gonna be the chest supported row. So we got back width, back thickness, upper chest. Let's just say something. Number 4, this time is a tricep exercise, which is tricep extension with cables. With the cable machine, this exercise is amazing. Because, of course, you can just do tricep extension with the dumbbells, but sometimes it just feels a bit clinky for me, clunky. It doesn't feel that stable. Of course, you can do like skull crushers. That's like not actually, literally skull crushers. Like the exercise where you just the exercise where you just like control the weight where the bar is almost out of your skull. Where you do it a bit back, so like it's more stretch on the tricep. That also works as well. But for the best possible exercise, like my rotator cuff, like my shoulder, can actually handle a pretty good amount of weight. So I usually do stretch, a really big stretch on like pushing movements, and more specifically exercise related to chest and tricep. So like, when I do my tricep extension, I extend it really far because like, oh my god, it gives me like a massive stretch on the tricep. And after every single time, that exercise never disappoints me. I get a massive tricep pump. Of course, I have to like secure my form and make sure that my arms are in the right place and stuff like that. But as long as I got that controlled well, this is a very good advanced lifter exercise. So tricep extension with the cable machine. Usually I use the bar, but if you want to make it safer and if it still gives you a really good pump, the rope works just fine. Number 4 is an arm exercise, bicep curls. Well, not any normal kind of bicep curl. I preferably like the seated inclined bicep curls version, where I almost like I was laid down, like lying bicep curls to be exact. That gives me a really good stretch, like usually, and I feel really great while doing it because I have decent mobility. Also with that, yeah, it is like quite heavy. I have to use like quite low weight, so it will reduce my chance of getting injured significantly, but still makes me reach failure. So incline bicep curls is a very good curl variant, which is also a bit advanced up. Of course, you can like make it easier with like higher incline angle when you sit down and you can just curl like this. And the more deep you incline, like the chair where you move down, the more down you move it, the harder the exercise gets. So adjust it if you want to try it so that it fits your level. And alongside that, like if I curl correctly, if I just supinate my arms a little bit, it will hit my forearms as well. But if you want like an exercise that is purely for forearms, you can do some forearm curls. But personally, I don't need it because just for me, doing these incline dumbbell curls helps a lot with my forearms already because I have to stabilize this for a lot of time. So for the 10 most important exercises of mine, I would not be putting any specific forearm training exercises because this one already burns my forearms so much alongside with holding so much weight. And the next one, number 6, neck curls. This is one of the most underrated muscle group ever. No one trains this in my gym. I'm the only one who trains it, and there's like hundreds of people in the gym. So let's just say there's 1 in 10,000 people who actually just hits the gym for once, right? 1 in 10,000 people should be reasonable. And out of 1 in 10,000, there's 100 people that hits the gym, and only me that trains neck. For God's sake, that is 10,000 multiplied by 100 is 1 million, 1 in a million people in the world who trains necks actually. So neck curls will give you that thick neck look. Like imagine if I wear a very long sleeve shirt in a very formal event, what would be the only muscle they see on your body? It's the neck. Like when they see you have a thick neck, they assume you're masculine and you're jacked as hell. So yeah, you would start to have that neuron activation right away with just a thick neck. You don't have that flimsy, thin neck boy looks like that. If you have a thick neck, you look like a freaking man. If you want an aesthetic max to look like an act where people actually respect you, then having a thick neck for me is a must. So a neck, which I call variantize it, just split into 2 variants, which is number 1, yes, please. Like, I just curl it, just lie down and curl like I'm nodding. And number 2 is, you know who the fuck I am? Yeah? And just like, be a freaking badass motherfucker. Like, put some weight back on there, and then you just curl your neck up like that, and like that. And that's it. Just do around 4 sets to failure a week, 2 sets for per exercise. If you do it on back day or chest day or something like that, just use smart weight, reach failure. That's it. That's how you grow neck. That's all it takes. Maybe like 5 minutes of your workout time plus it. It doesn't take that much time to rest also. Like when you do a variant and then you do the other variant, then the other side of more muscle actually gets recovered anyway. So you can just train it without any rest also. So this is a must for me when it comes to building an aesthetic physique, neck curls. And number 7, the lucky number, will be for my favorite exercise, which trains one of the most important muscle groups for an aesthetic physique, also cable lateral raise. The cable lateral raise is amazing because when you're at the bottom of the set, like the bottom of the reps, it is the position where you get the most amount of tension possible. So it maximizes the stretch, and then the movement part is quite easy. Like when it's the hardest part, like at the top right here, it is actually the lightest, so you can actually reach the weight up top right there quite more easily, so you can pump out more reps. And when it needs to be hard, where you have like more energy on the tank, it will start to be hard. So the resistance profile will be way more smooth compared to like dumbbell lateral raise. Dumbbell lateral raise is still amazing, but if I had to choose one between 2 of them, because I only have 10 exercises today, I would pick the cable lateral raise any day. So maximizing the stretch, actually hitting my delts pretty well, and more range of motion. Why not? So cable lateral raise, another quite advanced exercises, but I personally really love it. Okay, we got 3 last exercises. You might think that, oh, you spent 7 exercises for upper bodies. That's a lot. Only 3 exercises for lower body. Can I actually hit it? Well, yes, technically, but you have to like neglect something a little bit there. So it's not gonna be full on legs because I have 10 exercises only, but we would need to focus primarily on the upper bodies for that aesthetic physique. Of course, we still train legs to make it proportionate to our body, but only 3 exercises is needed. Number one is not really lower body yet, but it is lower body, is lying leg raises, which is trains the abs, more specifically the lower abs. The lower abs tends to be harder to show because there's more fat accumulated down there, and mostly the abs are actually more shown on the upper ab side more. So I would preferably train the lower abs more, give it more priorities so that it could pops out that 6-pack instead of just looking like a 4-pack. So lying leg raises is quite hard. If it's like too hard for you, you can just not do like straight leg raise. You can bend your legs a little bit right there. The most important part you want to cover here is that actually feels your abs moving, so that you can actually get the pump on your abs and not your legs, so that's moving, something like that. So lying leg raise is one of the another very amazing exercises that I would personally pick. If not the only ab exercise I ever need is the lying leg raise. 2 exercises left. Now we got the whole legs to cover. We can't really cover up the whole legs, but I would pick the 2 most important exercises. Number 1 is Smith machine squat. I was thinking for that few seconds there if I want to pick Smith machine squat or the barbell squat. And I come to the conclusion to pick the Smith machine squat because number 1, it could give me a better stretch. Okay, because I could go down way more without a safety bar or something like that, without actually just bumped it into the safety bar. Number 2, it is more stable. I can push to failure on those last reps without even worrying about stabilizing my core and stuff like that too much. Of course, I still have to stabilize it to some form, but like I won't have to like think about it too much. And actually, maybe sometimes I think about it too much. I don't have enough force to even put the weight up, and I just fail to set right there when I know I got like 2 reps left in the tank. And alongside that is safer. So yeah, after thoroughly consideration, I would pick the Smith machine squat for all those pros. With alongside that, it still trains to squat well if I train to failure. It's still nice to train with, and also it has every benefit possible when it comes to doing squat. Just remove the training on stability and all sorts of stuff like that, because our goal today is to maximize muscle growth and to build yourself an aesthetic physique. So with that consideration, I would pick the Smith machine squat any day. And the last exercise, number 10, Romanian deadlift on the Smith machine also. Boom, now you can train legs in only one machine. That's all nice. With the Smith machine squat, I like to elevate my feet up like on like the side like this, like I'm stepping on a hill or a mountain like that, so I could get a deeper stretch on my hamstring. Like for the other reason why I picked the Smith machine version instead of the free weight version, because it's more stable, it gives me a better stretch, and it's safer. And it gives me out, pumps me out like the last few reps without even worrying about, stabilizing and all that stuff like that. So, in conclusion, that's the 10 exercise that for the rest of my life, if I only train this 10 exercise, I could still build myself the most aesthetic physique possible to me, maximize the aesthetic level of myself. So if you're like a few years in the gym and you want some advanced exercises to maximize building an aesthetic physique, then you could take a bit knowledge there and then on my exercise selection. Maybe it could help you. So if it does help you, I would be very glad to hear so. But if you're a total newbie and don't know where to start, even though after hearing all these 10 exercises, you're still feeling a bit too overwhelmed, don't know what to do, I got 3 free workout routine for you, which is the push-pull leg routine down in the description down below. You can pick it up after just click on the link and the workout routine should pop up. You just need to download an app. Just click on the link once, download the app that pops up, and then click on those 3 links again for your workout routine to save as a template. But if you want to support me and have every single knowledge of mine when it comes to building an aesthetic physique, top link in the description down below is my paid product. Every single information should be there. So if you're interested, you can check it out. That's it for today's video, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.